Are you ready to puke skulls out?
Already there, bud.
Like in... Oh yeah, I have art of skull puking.
You do. Or, I mean, skull eating, perhaps.
I think it's puking because all the swords are kind of all coming out together too. I think it's like...
Oh, like he digested the flesh and he's puking
yeah,
I think skeletons of his enemies.
I think the art I have might be the equivalent of like Fenrir or one of the other Norse great wolves, like the ones that consume the sun. I think it's the idea that like he's just disposing of things. I don't know.
For some reason, I was thinking...
We both weirdly have like incidental like wolf vor art because you've also got like the one where like the hand coming out of the mouth on your wall.
Yeah, by Babezord.
They're just weirdly evocative. I don't know. In both cases, they're not like there's a distinction here. Because there's online fetish art that has like that's very specific, yeah, provocative as opposed to evocative. Because on both of ours, it's they're both horror imagery. They're both very dark drawings, and they're not. But yeah, like, but I evoke the word vor, and that's just a different mental image of what both pictures look like.
And it's unfortunate because they are both vor, but just not in the fetish sense.
Yeah.
Just like a literal vor. See, I thought he was scooping up the skeletons in his mouth, but
that's more confusing, honestly.
But yeah, but you're right. But why would he want them? Maybe dogs like bones. Maybe he's chewing on bones.
I think there was just like a Ragnarok was happening, essentially, and he ate up a bunch of Norsemen, and then it's like, I gotta get rid of all these swords that are in me now.
I mean, that would be a problem for digestion purposes.
Yeah. Which
it's like an owl with an owl pellet.
That was just an art by Wolf Skulljack, I think, on Twitter.
Which is a good name because there is a wolf and skulls.
Which I found just by googling skull art on Twitter, and I found like wolf skull art or wolf Skulljack or something. I was just trying to find somebody to commission to get a new avatar for Effie, because his skull is so old, and I wanted to get him a new thing, and I just stumbled upon a different artist and commissioned them again. I'm like, fuck, I need to stop. Not commission, sorry, and I ordered a print of something. I got baited by it being like, this is gonna be gone soon, and like, no.
I also ordered too much art, so I understand. I'm running out of room on my walls now.
We both have a question of like, where do we put some of these things? Because you just want a thing and you got it. Like I have the shovel, not that Hollow Knight thing that I need to figure out how to frame or something.
I just think being able to look at nice things like that makes your life better. It makes my life better. Definitely makes me more comfortable.
Anyway, puking skulls.
I like that art.
While we were waiting, I noticed that this guy...
He looks like a stand.
His weird art.
That is my stand.
His weird hieroglyphs, his drawings, his art, his text is perfectly left to right, despite being on fabric. And I found that interesting.
That is my stand, Bob Dylan.
He also has a symbol in the middle of his heart that would be split by the seam of his robe.
Yeah, no, it's okay. Don't worry too much about it.
I have questions about how his body
He's a god. He didn't think about that. Crying Grudge.
Oh.
Read that, Keith. And then all the individual skulls cried too, like...
A chorus. Why am I plagued by insects?
Oh gosh.
You don't seem particularly fazed by meeting a god.
Insects. I want to know about the insects.
What the hell?
What do you mean by insects?
What do you think
He's probably referring to us.
Too many of you have come to see me these last few years, exploiting my weakened state.
What the hell?
Who?
Your mad king, obsessed little shit.
Wait, who's our mad king?
The masked man. The sneaky one, that one. The masked man is witness to the end. The Mad King's probably the guy with Montserrat with the glasses and the weird headdress. And he's dead. Super dead. The woman that builds. She's pure in her goals. I admire her. That's
a
gold lady with all the gold. Actually, that doesn't narrow it down.
With the compass and the...
Her arms are up.
I don't like her. She has the dog.
She has she's doing like a triangle with her arms, I think, behind her head.
Yeah, I just remember her. She has a dog and she has a protractor in her purse. And Keith was getting mad because her tools are about to fall out. because
Yeah.
they're not secured, and it made him very frustrated.
I just made up an entirely new character in my head with a name.
Dude, we're gonna write some fan
Or
fiction.
not necessarily made a new character, but I was trying to get her name, and I got like the cadence of her name down, but still couldn't get the actual name back. So in my head I said Manzanita Sunrise.
That sounds like a cocktail.
Yeah.
And also, manzanita is it's apple. It's like a type of wood. I think
It's manzanitas
soul.
they're those really cool trees that are like they have this weird waxy red texture on the outside.
Yeah, that's the stuff I have in my fish tank.
Yeah, manzanita is really cool.
Keith's brother and I went and illegally, maybe legally, I'm not sure. We went and like harvested some dead manzanita because you can use it in aquariums.
I would have a manzanita tree in my front yard if I had infinite freedom to just make or just have. If I could just customize my surrounding environment in like
a Sims. Yeah, I was gonna say Sims.
Like if it was that easy, I'd be like, and that is the manzanita tree there, and I'll think of more later.
I just remember manzanita soul is like the apple juice. Yeah, it is Carmelina.
Carmelina.
Is it sunrise?
Maybe that part was right.
I don't know. We'll figure it out afterwards.
And now you. Who are you?
I'm the investigator. The investigator is here.
What are you investigating?
Last night, someone murdered the council. That's funny.
The Mad King is dead.
Why do you refer to Montserrat as mad?
He believed he was more than he was. Anyone like that is mad. He doubled down on his madness, though. His plans for the next island. The arrogance.
Who was the masked man that came to see you?
Are you stupid? Are all of you like him? Why live like that?
Is he criticizing him for worshipping? Yeah, because the Witness to the End like worships the gods to like an unhealthy level. So maybe
he's obsessed, specifically with the end of each island too.
This guy says, "You need to find why he took my flesh from me."
Yeah,
dude, I'm
you
sure
need
Witness
to find why he took my flesh from me.
Witness to the End seems like he would do that to like in the same way that people who are.
He's definitely a zealot.
There's a lot of there's a lot of religious sects that like will actually go and take pieces of dead people.
And then eat them.
I forgot what they call that. It's called like I know someone who has
Lent.
No. In like Eastern Orthodox, someone dies, they call it something, and you can go get like people will take pieces of them, and in like I think I want to say
this is actually a deity, so I wonder if it's like a variation of like the body and blood of Christ.
No, they think that these people are they are saints. Like if you really believe that person is a saint and they actually lived and they die, like to go take like I know someone who has dirt that like a person who was a saint was like buried in, and that is very important to this person. Like they have dirt from like that person's grave.
You shouldn't take anything from a grave.
And
that seems pretty sacrilegious. You get permission.
Like they actually do that. They give pieces out, like pieces of cloth. You can buy like pieces of cloth from like dead people. I don't know. It's like a thing people do.
This sounds like cynical fundraising to me. This definitely seems like capitalizing on people's fervor to manipulate them.
I think to be a saint means you kind of agree to that, perhaps.
Yeah.
I don't know. But I know people who do stuff like this, who are like religious zealots, so I guess this makes sense. Do you have a name?
The one that oversees the end of an island. I have met him before. He came to me recently.
Witness, what did he want?
My flesh.
Why?
That was a weird time for the note to happen. The key to a lock, same as the woman.
Oh, so he wasn't just collecting it for fun like I thought.
So they use his flesh to get past the door?
I guess that
is
would...
a deity an alternate solution? Because considering how easy to access this guy is, that seems like a really huge oversight on the council chamber, if that is how you get through.
I mean, does he have flesh? He's a skeleton guy. You called her a builder. Do you mean architect Carmelina?
Yes, they took all his flesh. She is more creative. She had a better plan.
What plan are you talking about?
The flesh was fused with another. My body lives elsewhere on this island.
Anyone else stop by to tear a strip off?
When the Mad King wasn't so mad, he used my flesh to make the lock. He wore it on a pendant. No one can open the lock without him.
What's the lock?
The Mad King's fourth holy seal. You need my flesh to pass through it.
That's the one that was like we couldn't figure out, right? Wasn't that the one that was already open that we didn't like have to do anything with?
Because, yeah, was there 4 or 5 seals in total?
I think there was 4 in total.
I think the final one was just straight up
guards,
broken.
Outer space, the one that requires the blood, which is like that one that we were like,
yeah,
that there's blood.
They have to be related to a council member.
And the 4th one, which is already open, is already busted when we like went through it. And then there was like, we kind of were like, oh, what? But we didn't like get the ability to question it.
Yeah, so now we know that they can only get through via Montserrat's pendant, but because
or the flesh of this guy.
Yeah, because the origin of it was from here. That means they just had to come and get more here, which is kind of a problem.
What do you know about someone possessed by a demon?
I can feel him out there. The anger emanating like a smog.
Did he get some of your flesh?
He didn't come here, but who can say? Leave me, I'm bored of you. Wow. So, immediately talk to him again, right? I said, leave me.
Oh.
Wow.
Alright.
We're finding all sorts of stuff on accident right now. Like, it's actually remarkable how much you get rewarded for just wandering.
I mean, that makes it fun to wander.
And I definitely forgot this detail, so it's another reason why it's good to have 2 people around.
I was like I said, I was really bummed we didn't get to go to it last time because I wanted to see the god a lot.
Different people will have different niggling, not doubts, different word that fits that sentence
They'll focus
better.
on different things.
Yeah, priorities.
Yeah, like something might stand out to someone that doesn't stand out to somebody else.
Hangnails, but like of the brain. Brain hangnails.
That's not good. I don't like that at all.
Yeah.
I'll like remember that, which will be unfortunate.
We have a lot of reasons to talk to Witness to the End right now.
I
who
hate
also
him.
might live here. Did I just wander to exactly where he lives?
He's at the top of a building.
We never found more of these, did we? No. There's at least 3 left. Wherever the fuck those are. We were
on top of it for a minute.
Yeah, I feel like in like one episode we found like all of those.
We did, yeah. But maybe, I mean, honestly, maybe they made a lot of them easy and they made a couple of them hard, you know?
I imagine the rest are upstairs. Because down here, I feel like I would have found everything by now. But if I only really went up that one time. Montserrat. We've never been here, have we? He's guarding something.
His name might be a reference to something, but I'm not sure what.
Probably. Or at least it's a real word, I think. I think we avoided this guy when we first came here because I thought he was a character.
Yeah.
He's just a guard. So I think we've actually never
we haven't talked to him.
Halt! What do you want, freak?
That's not nice.
They're never nice to us. I'm not surprised. Exactly the same as last time. To speak with Carmelina.
Oh, this is Carmelina.
It's that guy. I thought it was there's so many. There's so many of these guys.
Are you still investigating? Henry Division has been caught.
Got it.
Do we have to go through this every time?
I mean, we weren't hired to just say that the guy that already got caught did it and not do any more work.
There's a reason we're here. Like, there must be some question of it.
Yeah.
Just take me to see Carmelina.
We can still ask her about the flesh.
Oh, so he actually takes us this time because we already talked to her.
I think this is how we got in here before.
Is it?
I think this is just how it works, yeah. We just forgot. Yeah, this room that I pointed out was just one image mirrored on
The
both
one that
sides.
upset you.
Yeah, because it's an impossible picture.
I just want to see the dog. Can I ask you something, Architect?
Oh, God.
How can I help Lady Love Dies? This island has an air of quietude. Indeed it does. There's a balance here. Where does this balance come from? Positioning a function creates form. The functions of the island are arranged as a diamond on a compass. Everything has a place only it can have. I mean, I kind of let's praise it because I'm kind of a fan. That is apparent. An architect is scared of function and tries to hide it away. An architect that is scared of function and tries to hide it away is a coward with narrow tastes.
Narrow tastes.
That's like reminds me of like Bauhaus, where like sometimes sometimes people who create things will try to hide the function with style, like she's saying, but sometimes like the function is the style, which is like what Bauhaus design is supposed to be like, where you make really functional things but you make them nice looking. It's like the German style of design.
IKEA.
That's Swedish.
No, but I just mean like the very basic functional design.
But there's always this conflict between like being functional and being like perhaps like really stylish with like.
Would you like to be functional or irritating?
But I'm kind of the person that sometimes like if something is so impactful stylistically, I can overlook its inability to be functional. Mm-hmm. It's hard to like, I don't know. You need a good balance of both. I always think that's like an interesting conflict that people who design things have. But I'm puzzled, I guess. If we doubt she's gonna get pissed. What do you mean? It is not happenstance that I choose to expose the workings of the island. For example, electricity meters on the side of buildings are not hidden in a more form-fitting hatch or closet. They are exposed and allow us to appreciate their function. If we can find function visually appealing, we have grown. The circumstances you find yourself in are of course terrible, but I do hope you enjoy your time exploring the island. Thank you for your time, architect.
Ding.
That's like I agree.
Silence.
I agree with
not
that.
Sunrise.
Oh, see, you were very close.
Manzanita sunrise. Carmelina silence.
Investigator, can we discuss something of a delicate nature? Oh, she's gonna confide in us.
Oh, this is why we hang out with people.
Your prober. Do you have something you want to tell the investigator? I don't know if this is relevant, but I will disclose it. At midnight, Witness was fiddling with his phone.
Sure.
Did you see what he was doing? I didn't.
Don't test me.
Midnight was when the council were murdered. We were in the middle of conversation. He abruptly took out his phone and started using it. He was tapping at it for a few seconds. Did he step out of the room?
I have no idea what you're talking about.
No, why do you ask? That means he wasn't making a call. Or if he was, it wasn't one that was answered. Oh, remember that? There was a call that only lasted for a second. There was a call that was made that only lasted for a second.
Because that's the one that was to the cage, right? Because it was to activate it?
Yeah, probably. But so that would explain, like, if he was making a call and she was there, she wouldn't hear him talking on the phone because he was literally just making the call.
Because he was just activating it to kill them all.
Mm-hmm. Did he say what it was about? No, he acted like nothing happened.
It's the most suspicious thing you can do.
Thank you, architect.
It's just not acknowledge something.
So although Lydia and her man were very suspicious, their calls kind of give them an alibi. Like all the calls that like Yuri was receiving were business related, it seems, which means that Lydia was also doing her job at that time because she was the one he was calling.
Yeah, Lydia and Yuri were just making normal calls back and forth for their job of coordinating the driving people around. But Yuri mysteriously went radio silent for 10 minutes.
No, Witness
midnight.
at the end did.
No, that was Yuri.
Nope. Wait. Dang it.
That was the Yuri part of the conversation.
But I thought wasn't she with Witness at the end in his apartment?
Yeah.
Yeah, so why would she know what Yuri was doing?
No, we know this from the radio tower.
Oh, dang it. I got confused. Okay. Oh, wait,
we checked Yuri.
You're
we
right,
checked
you're
Yuri
right,
and Witness's
you're right.
phones.
You're right.
It was Yuri
Witness
that
had
had
the-
very, very businessy conversations with Lydia all
silent
night,
for a
but then
while.
was silent right around midnight.
And the Witness was the one that had the call that lasted for only a second. Got it.
Specifically the one that, I mean, it just straight up confirmed while we were reading it that he opened the cage. Like there was no ambiguity to that part because it was the phone number to it directly.
Well, we should definitely talk to him and ask him what that was about. I mean, I don't know.
Yeah, let's do for the Holy Seal because this is going to have new dialogue about the flesh.
God flesh.
Capitalized.
Wants to tell me what you were doing carving flesh from a god.
What?
How dare you accuse me of a vile crime like that?
Anger dog.
Dude, the god said so. Like,
Yeah.
You can't deny that. That is the height of heresy.
Crime cannot hide.
Crying Grudge said it
This
himself.
is nonsense.
No such thing happened. I think it did.
Believe what you want.
Then you need some evidence. You are accusing the leader of the syndicate of one of the worst crimes imaginable.
Is she the leader?
Well, because everyone else is dead, probably. I think she was like upgraded because everyone's dead.
Oh, right, because
now.
Montserrat was the leader before.
Yeah.
And now everyone's dead, yeah.
And the judge told us early on that she was like
Right.
temporary leader.
Well, that didn't give us a whole lot.
Dude, I think even if she's like, that god's lying, like isn't that sacrilegious to accuse the god of lying? Or I guess we just live in this world where like gods are also evil. So it's like, I guess they can just lie whenever they want. It's not like you're saying like, I don't know. Did a witness look like he was in pain when the council were murdered? You know about his illness? Witness suffers greatly whenever someone dies on these islands, be they citizen or syndicate member. This great slaughter must be very hard for him. Last night he doubled over in pain, breathless in agony. He suffers so much when there is a death. Dude, people die all the time,
But does he love it?
Maybe. He seems like a freak.
He seems to be into witnessing it anyway.
Are you sure you were with Witness all night? Yes, all night. And you didn't leave him for a moment. Do you have something you wish to ask, investigator? What about when Akiko called him? Didn't he leave the room? He did leave the room to take the call on his balcony. People leave the room for other reasons as well.
Do your job.
Do you wish for me to recall each time either of us went to the bathroom? Yes. Give me a list of every
I would like
time
details,
stamps.
please.
I'm gonna use the computer to hack the door to your bathroom so I can get all the inners and exits every time you went to the bathroom. Do you feel like you aren't being rewarded for your hard work, architect?
What?
What do you mean by that?
Sure.
I've heard that there is a suspicion that you feel aggrieved by all your hard work building the islands not being rewarded with a seat on the council.
Craft is its own reward.
I do not require a reward for my craft. Craft is its own reward.
How dare you?
Are you trying to build a motive for me?
I was born to investigate.
That's my job. You're going down the wrong path. Titles and powers aren't my desires.
I already have them all.
Blah, 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 blah.
Yep.
Reach the moon.
So I guess the idea there is that those two are tailored to... I don't remember if we've said this in a video before or not, but everybody has a birth sign. So everyone's greeting is tailored to the birth sign of the person they're talking to.
That makes sense. I gotta figure it was probably something like that. I like all their like weird alternate reality horoscopes.
Actually, I forget if it's tailored to the person they're talking to, or if everyone just always says the same greeting. You usually read that part. Is it us or them that's usually changing?
It's them that's changing.
Okay, so they say a thing tied to their.
Because I feel like we always say the same thing to them, and they always respond they occasionally respond.
If we say the same thing, it's because it's our birth month, our moon. We've been here before. Mm-hmm. Yep. I thought this was an elevator. It was not.
I mean, granted,
an elevator.
in a normal reality, that would be where an elevator is. Instead, now it's a library, which is not all where a library would be.
Ooh.
Ooh?
Yeah.
Is that a foot bath? We haven't seen
That
before?
might be a new foot bath, which I also made note of, but I also made note of 2 of these. Fuck. Shit. Let's check the foot bath.
I feel like this is the same one.
Maybe it's a triple jump. Fuck.
Yeah. I think that's the first one we found.
The one that we took a few times to even get around to using.
Yeah. So close.
There's 2 of the like. Oh,
there's a ladder. Just use that like a normal person.
never. You can't make me. No one can make me do anything. It has to be my idea.
Oh, well, there's one of those things for the wall that we need.
Yep, and another one.
We might have only been missing 2. It was like there was 2 or 3, but I wasn't sure.
Hello, strange cage. How do you do?
Just a cage. Don't worry about it. It's just,
What was I gonna say? Oh yeah, I was gonna call you the fuck out.
Me?
Yeah.
For what?
Oh, hello. Leave you in suspense for a second here. What's this?
Oh no.
How you can always be like, I'm not a talented artist and I'm not very good at this, and so then you're just gonna fucking ambush me with your hell muppet?
Oh, my painting in
You're
the
just gonna pop
bathroom?
out that hell muppet and be like, no, I'm not any good at art. Don't compliment me. Stop it.
I don't think it's very good.
It's really good. Shut up.
Thank you. It's the stick, I think. Oh yeah.
So many
Wait,
sticks.
too many sticks. The first one.
Too many sticks.
Too many
So it's always just a
sticks.
weird outline. That's the gimmick, apparently. Makes it hard. No, that's the thing's really good.
I think it's funny that like, well, I don't think those are the right pyramids. I think you need the smaller ones. The fifth one and
Oh, yeah,
on the
you're
bottom.
right.
Yeah.
Because it collides with the outlines.
No, I think it's really funny like living with people, because then when I just left it out to dry, and then I never like recollected it, but I just like left some weird creepy ass painting in the bathroom and just like left it there.
Of a suffering, crying Muppet bird.
Yeah, some weird like green crying Muppet on fire I painted because I'm a healthy person.
Yeah. I mean, Junji Ito seems like one of the most well-adjusted
Honestly,
adults in the
yeah,
world.
no, he seems very
He seems incredibly chill.
he's very mellow, yeah. What is this?
It looks like it's mud and not blood this time.
Looks like something or someone has been dragged through this shed. And this looks like human waste. A couple of days old at most. Dude, I thought that and I did not want to think about that. So I didn't think about it, and now you made me, so thanks a lot.
It said, did it say shed inhabitants? Oops, wrong start button. There are so many potential leads, and then I just don't look at this, I just wander around instead.
Well, I mean, you end up following up on the leads on accident, so it all works out. But like, that's upsetting. I don't like that.
No, you know, like the poop closet full of poop.
This can never be
that something was dragged through.
This can never be Paradise Island if that exists here.
You're wrong about it being paradise.
I guess you know. Oh yep, it's one more.
Yep, we're so close.
Makes it more frustrating.
Found 2 more on rooftops. And up there's the judge chamber. We haven't talked to them forever. I don't know if there's much to talk about the judge with, though. Talk to the judge about with, besides just this guy. Put him in court. Let's do it. He will be hanged. We're gonna Danganronpa them.
I never played that game, but I always like thought it was it looked funny.
It's a trip.
It seems like it.
It's from the same publisher, and there's some crossover with the Zero Escape stuff. And having watched season 1 of the anime, some real strong ass pulls going on there, in a way also akin to Zero Escape.
A real strong what?
Ass pulls in the narrative.
Ass pulls?
Yeah.
What does that mean?
When you just pull it out of your ass. Just
Like convoluted bullshit.
Well, like twists that are like unearned, and it feels like you're making shit up as you go along.
Well, okay, so like
So you're like, cool.
I love anime, but one of my biggest critiques of anime ever is that I feel like it is one of those platforms that I feel like has the most opportunity for convoluted bullshit, and people just pull that all the time, and it never is satisfying to me if that's how you're gonna do it. And so I feel like I always imagine Danganronpa suffering from that same problem, because it has that same style, and I just feel like it's like I don't know, a trash twist is such a disappointment. I feel it from like a mile away. I'm like, this is gonna be.
It's like everyone should just watch the BBC Sherlock show, and then just take that as a guide of what not to do in your mystery story.
A good twist is like so beautiful. A bad twist is just like,
it's insulting.
It
feels like you wasted your time.
I was thinking about Old Boy the other day, and I'm not gonna tell you the ending of that, but I was like, boy, that's a great fucking ending, man.
Yeah.
And like you think about even like a dumb M. Night Shyamalan had The Sixth Sense, which honestly I still think is a great twist ending, even though everyone in the whole world knows about it by now.
I'm just looking for any red, because we're so close. It's infuriating.
It's not.
That's just a blood shrine down there.
Would you really see a tiny little thing from here, you think? Like a hockey puck-sized red goat?
You often see something. I don't have that much else to go on.
There's that.
I noticed those ones from there at least. Ha! Ha!
Yeah.
Huh? I don't like that there's like these edges are like beveled or whatever, so I can't walk up to the edges of this top of this building and look down. Because they're slopes, and I will fall. And I will be disappointed. Disappointed! I think this might go around behind the building. Which is where you could hide something.
Just like thinking for a moment of this being real life just makes this absolutely horrifying.
The height I'm at.
Yeah, it just being on a building like this. I've always thought about like if I go to like San Francisco as a kid.
Oh yeah, or like the classic like save the cat moments of like, oh no, Pepper is out on this ledge on the 50th floor. It's like Pepper's gonna fucking die then. I'm not going out there. The fuck? Pepper can unmake their own mistakes or die.
I knew someone who actually had genuinely lost a cat like up in a tree, and they actually did call like the fire department to do something about it. And I guess they really did go there, or at least one person.
They got to live the cartoon.
And the person was like, "No, we're not doing anything about that." And they didn't.
The stereotype doesn't even make sense. It doesn't even happen.
I think it might have been a cop, actually. But I mean, I almost feel like at this point, I don't think they do. I don't know if they do anything for you about that. They're kind of like, well, let's, you figure it out. We have people to save.
To your woe.
This cat made a dumb decision.
Yeah.
We're not gonna sacrifice time.
And now that's cat problem. Gross.
My dog doesn't climb up trees. So take that. Dogs 1, cat 0.
A carving about the god-damned Harmony escaped to the cosmos as his mountain fortress was besieged in Bosnia. The alabaster citadel was demolished around him as he finished the ritual to escape. He drifted for millennia before latching onto a comet in the outer reaches of our solar system. He drifted again, missing the formation of the syndicate until the comet drifted closer to Earth. He learned of the syndicate and deceived Lady Lovedyes. Oh, that's the person. One.
Yep.
That's the dickhead. Yeah, I have no idea where the last one is.
I really do like how reminiscent of like real mythology, or real, like
what
real in quotations mythology.
That's my prison.
Descriptions are.
That's where we were.
Oh, I didn't realize we're on a pillar. I thought we were just like floating.
Because remember we had to like come plummeting down.
Yeah.
I was really taken aback for a moment because I'm like, what am I looking at? Ooh.
See, how do we get in the cage?
Let's do a lap. Let's look around.
Oh, fuck. There we go.
Citizen services.
Like how that whole thing just says citizen services on it.
Yeah, maybe over and over again. I don't know. Maybe it's just a QR code.
You scan it and it just says citizen services.
Yeah, everyone's got
phone.
QR code eyes.
You can't go in the door for citizen services?
Nah. There was no interaction there. It's just chilling. Hello. Montserrat Breaker. Last name was Breaker? I forgot about that, apparently. So we need to talk to Yuri, and we need to talk to Witness.
This really just makes me want to make up my own, like, fan fiction name for myself. My own, like, OC. I want to
make one of those Facebook memes where it's like, what's your favorite cocktail and the thing on your right on your desk right now? And it's like, congratulations, that's your Paradise Killer name or some shit.
Kombucha. What was the first thing you asked? You asked.
So your favorite cocktail name or something?
Favorite cocktail. Moscow Mule Kombucha? That sounds terrible.
Moscow Kombucha.
Oh no, Moscow Kombucha. That's terrible.
It kind of breaks it if the thing next to you is also a drink.
I know, yeah.
What is it? Ginger Index.
Ginger Index. You have an index on your desk?
I just remixed the things a little bit. Because you said Moscow Mule, which you make with a ginger beer. So I said ginger. And then to your right is the Valve Index. I was like, Ginger Index.
See, that's much better. I like that name better.
Modelo GameCube.
That's Beautiful. From now on, everyone, my name's Modelo GameCube. It's my new stripper name. I get all the tips.
I'll have to take a picture of the artwork we were talking about earlier so it's not just confusing that we just started off talking about wolves.
Yeah, no, we're gonna... Yeah, I'll let you take a picture of my,
I'll have to do some
my nice
editing later.
artwork. I like how you thought of that now.
Yeah.
Got time to chat, Yuri. I hate you, but I'll chat with you anyway.
What do you want, freak?
Fuck off. What kind of music do you like, Yuri?
Silence. Yours.
In parentheses.
Parenthetical song titles.
Dude, Radiohead.
Yeah. Good. A properly addressed question. What do you want to know?
I want to get to know you.
Have you been drinking, freak? Every single vending machine, technically. Unless I'm just collecting them.
Ask him if he has any interests. I don't know what Dark Gabber means. You want to see what Dark Gabber means?
I don't know what that means.
Quick, no, do it then, because we gotta figure out what it means. Shall I put you down for Dark Gabber then? What?
What is that?
A subgenre of hardcore techno.
What?
Don't be naive, freak.
Crabcore. Sounds terrible.
It is.
Enthralling. Goodbye, freak.
Goodbye, Yuri.
Shit. Animosity. Hooray.
Dark Gabber. I'll have to look that one up later. I've scanned your phone. You can have it back now.
Believe me now, freak.
No. No, I don't.
The phone records prove my alibi.
The truth is revealed.
There's a 10-minute period where your phone went dark. Your alibi has a hole.
Got it.
Lydia told me she lost contact with you last night during this 10-minute window. She tried to contact you while she was waiting at the Paradise Gates just before the murder.
And?
Should we accuse him?
It's fun to make him angry.
Because I hate him. Were you in the council building? You didn't want to be contacted?
Nonsense.
Of course not.
Pathetic.
The reality folding drive might have disrupted the communications. Might have? At the end of an island, the folding drive does a final burst to power both islands during the transition. The radiation sometimes causes localized areas of communication and electrical interference.
That sounds like a practice excuse. Like, you know this too well.
That seems really convenient, because he even
does.
says localized, because he can't say island-wide, because we literally have other phone records at that time.
That's weird.
See, she says the same. That seems convenient.
Because it is.
Exactly what we were saying.
What do you want me to say? It was me. I'm the killer. I did it. Me.
Did you see Witness to the End last night?
I am aware the architect planned to visit him last night. You can check with her.
How do you know?
Don't make me laugh.
I am the architect's assistant. I arrange her appointments and make sure that she can carry out her work without being obstructed by anyone else on this island. We don't actually have that much to talk to him about.
No, like, honestly, if he just says, like, I don't know about that 10-minute period, then we have nothing. Like, that's the only thing we really have to... This is not what we normally say.
Yeah, this is new.
Hey, you see through a million eyes. Oh, maybe it is.
Yeah, it is at the target.
It is the other way.
Everyone says maybe that we can reach the moon.
Yeah, I guess we do address them.
And may you reach the moon. I need to check the map because I don't know where I am.
I guess it makes sense because you were mentioning how that always sounds aggressive. So,
Yeah.
like, they want you to go away.
Yeah, everyone's telling us to fuck off, basically. Oh, right, this is how I check. I was like, the map doesn't show people. What do I do? So the exclamation points are for having any new dialogue, but we never finish the dialogue of anybody. Is the issue. But also it's a little annoying to read like the several more options that are there that are clearly not going to go anywhere.
Yeah, a lot of them are really irrelevant.
Yeah. Where... he above? Oh, he's right above me. I was like, why can't I find him?
We knew he was like on a building.
We should investigate that guy again too, because I don't remember what his problem was.
Well, he doesn't have an like. Do ghosts go away after you solve their problem?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So I don't
so.
remember what that person's.
We have an
problem
unsolved
is.
ghost to check into, but thankfully I'm here.
What a safe.
What are these support beams?
Those are not aesthetically
What is this hot nonsense?
pleasing.
This really takes up some elevator space.
No, that would really hurt you if you like bumped into it. I feel like you could like fall into that, crack your head or something. A lot of this really isn't very like if you're like an elderly person, this
Like,
would not be
hello,
a good place to
dickhead.
live. Or if you were like a person that needed like more access, you were like
I don't remember what this guy sounds like at all.
difficulty getting around. This place is not made for you.
Shit, what does this guy sound like?
He's like, I feel like he talks like kind of how you made Yuri talk. Like I feel like back to back they might be very similar. Because I think it's something kind of like
I have no idea.
I
I like a meatball sub.
yeah. See, I would tell you how he sounds, but all my impressions of men are the same. So want to chat, witness? Like I feel like you made be like I must warn you that I am not one for long conversations.
Molded by it.
You like tick tock tick 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 like a.
I must warn you that I am not one for long conversations.
Bring back fucking 2012 memes.
2012.
Dark Knight Rises.
Oh, yes. How are your plants, witness? What a nice question.
They do well in the climate of paradise. When the world is coming apart, it is good to have a hobby. Would you like one? I like to give them to people. They are difficult to care for.
Praise the sun.
They help my plants. Praise the sun.
They are a test sent from the gods. If we fail to look after them, they will die. If they all die, then we all die. The plants need our time and devotion. So do our gods.
So do our gods die if we don't pay attention to them? Can we just kill all of our gods by ignoring them long enough? Are they like Santa Claus in the movie Elf? Or like, is it the movie Elf? Where like the power of the sled is like determined by kids' ability to believe? And so like
Maybe.
our gods powerless if we don't believe in them?
What comes to mind for me is Fables, the comics universe. Is that it's all the different legends that people believed in that would tell stories about like the main character is Big B Wolf, which is short for Big Bad Wolf.
No.
Like all those different stories they're made real and given power by people believing in them and remembering them, and if they fall into obscurity, then they essentially like will just fade out of existence.
I feel like there's a lot of things that have like a similar premise to that. I think it's a
Yeah.
fascinating idea. Like I think it was like Coco had the whole thing where like if you're a dead
Yes.
person, which is really distressing because eventually people will forget about you. Like you're not. It's like
Remember me.
Ozymandias sort of situation where eventually enough generations out you will be
Yeah.
nobody.
I just remember people complaining about that movie and complaining about the song and being annoyed at it the way that they're annoyed at every Disney movie every time it comes out. But then I got around to watching like 2 years later and I loved it.
I didn't think there was anything upsetting about the song. I
Yeah,
thought it was
the song's
fine.
really good and it made me cry because it's the way it's implemented at the end.
Fucking old grandma.
Yeah.
You can't not make me cry if you show me a grandma that old.
And there's a really good. It's even more brutal if afterwards you watch the really good video by Sideways, which is that music channel, and he goes into like real life cases of like how music that people have associated with early memories can be used to like temporarily make them more lucid and stuff like that. And like that was all based on reality. That whole ending.
No, there's like like sounds and smells are like the two most powerful memory ties because they are formed, like the way that they're formed makes them more like conducive to like remembering things.
It freaks me out sometimes because I'm like I remember all my commutes to college and stuff, driving alone and listening to music and like on shuffle and stuff before I got really into podcasts, and like when a certain song would come up, I'd be like, last time this song played, I was going on the on-ramp onto the freeway from my hometown, and I'm like, why is that recorded in my brain? That's useless. It's not even it's not an interesting memory. Nothing happened. I just remember where I was on the road last time I heard the same song, and I'm like, what the fuck? What is the power of like audio cues for memories?
I always remember it being powerful because as a kid, whenever I listened to Rocky Raccoon by the Beatles, I always pictured an anthropomorphic raccoon.
Yeah.
And I still, to this day, picture the exact same story with anthropomorphic raccoons, which as an adult, I realize now was probably about
Gideon's
people.
Bible.
I don't think it was actually about raccoons. But as a kid, I pictured it with
But
raccoons.
there is a Rocket Raccoon character now.
But I picture it the exact same way every time I hear it, to the point where it is like I'm now 6-year-old me again, because I can't picture it any other way, no matter how hard I try.
That's the character I've got a pop figure of.
Rocket Raccoon?
Yeah, I would have never had it on purpose. I hate pop figures.
I do too. I think it's
It was one of those things where like a fucking extended family member's like, I heard you talking about Guardians of the Galaxy once in positive terms. So and then it's like, so when they're thinking of a gift like 8 months later, that's like the one thing that they're working on.
It's a very easy gift. Is a pop figure.
It's like when certain people give me like annual Doctor Who gifts, and I'm like, all right. They just remember that one detail, and they're gonna keep iterating on it. So I'll have I'll have Doctor Who pajama bottoms, and I'll have a Doctor Who mug, and so on.
At least they didn't give you a book about how global warming isn't real.
Just pure opposite.
Which is what I got for Christmas when I was like 12.
Yeah, pop figures are horrible.
No, it's like a gentrification of like every form of media you could possibly imagine.
It takes a massively diverse series of different forms of media and just crunches them all into the same shape and design. But also their eyes are so dead and soulless and creepy.
Yeah, like...
Because pop figures just have black button eyes like Haru. I hate it.
Well, I mean, it kind of represents what they are. They're like lifeless plastic versions of this thing that has so much life.
You just expect them to try not to be, but I guess not.
No, yeah, that's the best you get.
Yeah.
Be happy with your hollow zombie.
Oh, they do have a second line. I think the Pop Company has like collectible figures that are actually like proper statues you can get. Because specifically when I would...
Well, Funko's like, they actually make good
like I'll have
stuff.
my moment of Googling stuff and I'll be like, do they have like Skeksis figurines out there? Like the Chamberlain somewhere out there? The whimpering guy? And I'll find one that's like, oh, there's one made by Pop. It's just a different like line. It's like actually competent statues that aren't irritating. But like, what the fuck is Pop's excuse if amiibos look like that? Because like they're like the same price. Amiibos might be cheaper than Pop figures, and
I think they are
way better.
They are.
They're distressingly detailed, and a Pop figure is just the same fucking skeleton over and over again. It's like they're like fucking Minecraft characters. Like every Minecraft character is the same rectangle man, and you just paint them, and that's it.
Amiibos have action, they have form, they're actually performing like actions, right? And like when they came out, I was very impressed by like the amount of quality they were able to make for that price, because they were trying to make nice figurines accessible for kids.
They've all got unique poses and stuff.
They want to make them be able, like if a kid has,
there's like
has
75 versions of Link.
They want the kid to be able to buy it with their allowance money, and that's why they only made so many. Some people were all bitching about the availability. The reason they were not available is because they needed them to be a certain price point, and if you make too many, you can't make them that price point. Like, that's how that works. I'm sorry people are assholes and they buy like 50 and charge you like $500 for like one online. That's just how people are. Nintendo's a nice company. They're trying to make nice figures for kids. Like, good for them.
No, they're just you print
good.
limited runs if you want to make sure you make a profit.
Exactly.
Because you need to make sure they sell out. Then you can do another printing later.
Yeah. Good on them. They're nice figures. But anyways, I forgot what we were talking about. Oh, yeah, we're talking about like plants, right? Which is funny because he's like, they're tests sent from gods, and if that's the case, then like God hates me because I kill plants all the fucking time. I'm trying to get better.
I agree with plants being a burden because I have someone in my life that keeps trying to push them on me and just like colonize my room.
It's not me.
No, it's not you. But there's someone that keeps trying to colonize my living space with like pets and plants and fish, and I'm like, no life, don't give me any living gifts. Do not try to.
Here's my dog. She's sleeping on your bed. There you go. Be happy with it.
Your dog visits.
She's like a person. I'm gonna say I'm gonna dislike it just to make him mad. I'm gonna agree with Keith and say that plants are a burden. Sounds like a burden.
Hit my tooth.
A naive way of thinking.
I like how this still increases the relationship.
I am enjoying our conversations, Lady Lovedeye.
He still likes us.
This is a sensitive matter which we could discuss further.
This is a used mug, so I might have like a brown coffee ring around my face when I'm done after I'm done reading all these
Yeah,
lines.
Keith is holding a mug up to his face to make the voice.
So yeah, there might be like a coffee grounds and like a ring around my mouth afterwards.
They'll just be in your beard. You'll find them later.
Got it.
Do you have something you want to tell the investigator?
It is about Akiko's phone call after Henry escaped. I can see you are working hard, Lovedeye, so I will tell you this. I worry that you are doing this for yourself and not the gods, but I am bound to help you. It is their wish. Akiko was supposed to be at the desolation cell, yet I couldn't hear the haunting sounds of that island, nor the sea that surrounds it.
Everyone's hinting us at stuff that we already know.
That's
So because we're so ahead of things.
What does that mean?
That she was at the place that we already know she was.
I know.
Everything? Nothing. You'll need to work that out. The gods wished to know, so you... The gods wished you to know, so now you know.
No, you just told us.
Well, this is better than whatever voice I was doing before, which I
Yeah,
can't remember.
I don't remember, but I like this is
The
perfect.
most important thing is you can't mix this voice up with anybody else.
Well, then also because he's wearing a helmet, so it really works
Yeah.
with the echo aspect. I get it.
Why?
It makes sense. Why have you started taking calls in private?
Why is this anyone's business?
Are you hiding something? Plotting something?
Don't be ridiculous.
Why were you irritated to see Carmelina?
Is that what she told you? I was surprised. It is unlike her to do a social call.
Puzzled. I don't know what you mean. Like, why do you think she interpreted that as irritation?
He was planning on doing a murder, and so he didn't need distractions when he was doing his big plan. Although this is an alibi, but not what he planned on.
I believe she wanted to gloat about the perfect next island. I wasn't in the mood to fawn over her achievements. You have different views on the rush to perfection. Or we have different views.
Tell me about the moment the council died. I know you suffer from psychic death screams.
Doom Jazz can't be trusted with patient confidentiality around
Well,
you.
he's a bartender, dude. Like, people tell bartenders everything.
No, Doom Jazz is the doctor.
Oh, shoot. Dang it.
The one that.
Oh, yeah, no,
but
he's a doctor.
trying-
Yeah,
yeah,
so
he's
he's a
trying to-
bad doctor then, because you're right.
Yeah. No,
Patient doctor confidentiality is like the name of their
He's violated basic rules about his job.
Yes, every time a person dies, I am assailed by their psychic death scream echoing into space.
You'd think we basically wouldn't even need that from the doctor. You'd think that that'd be such a thing that he'd be.
That's what I'm saying, is that people die so often that, like,
Yeah.
in real life, like, this would happen to you, like, every second.
I think there's a much smaller population, but it'd still be like a commonplace enough thing that
like once a day.
I don't think a doctor would be the only person who would know. I feel like he would just get witnessed freaking out every now and then. And
You'd be in, like, the supermarket,
Yeah.
and you'd, like, fall to the ground in pain as, like, somebody dies across the island, you know?
Doom Jazz prescribes me medication for it.
Did you suffer from death scream trauma when they died?
Yes, I was assailed by the psychic death screams of council. I was brought to my knees by the pain.
Does he know who died each
Yeah,
time?
that's what I was gonna ask, because I wonder if he knows anything about the people. What do you know about the Fourth Holy Seal?
Nothing, Lady Lovedeyes. It is one of the council's secrets.
A god told me you went and carved off some flesh. What's up with that?
Not your concern.
Yeah, it fucking is. I vehemently disagree.
Fine. The islands died, I want to know why. Demons come to us and rot our triumphs.
He has a little, like, anime stress, like, vein next to his eye when he squints.
Oh,
Like,
does
they
he?
gave him the little, like, three like,
Do they
curved
render
lines.
it over his mask?
They do, yeah.
Do the gods attract them? Does keeping one on the island make demonic invasions more likely?
Why carve his flesh? Seems like a sin.
I needed to study it. You can feel the cosmos when you look at the flesh of one of the lords. He is linked to the stars. Is he a magnet?
He was just trying to collect it like a weirdo. What did you find?
Nothing. The holiness of a lord should never have been questioned.
Can I verify this is true?
I conducted
See,
the
yeah.
research in private.
He's got it right there.
Oh yeah, it's really faint because it's white. Oh yeah, it's the clench.
I like the cute little details there.
I have a bad feeling about this.
I have a bad feeling about this.
I don't like the sound of this witness.
Oh, we have a lot here. We haven't been to him since before we found the murder scene, I think.
Do you know anything about the demons on the island?
Demons? I don't. They're a blight on our holy work, corrupting our righteous home. The marshals exterminated them all after they came to the island. There shouldn't be any left.
Demonology bunker. Who we do know.
Yeah.
I found the hidden bunker you've been using to study a killer demon in.
That is nonsense.
Love dies.
No, it
All that
isn't.
remains are the facts.
It has a blood vial locked coded to yours and Carmelina's blood vials. Care to explain? Don't play games.
That is an old panic room that Carmelina installed on the island.
He has sweat marks now.
I am not comfortable talking about the times I used to spend with her, but that was our own hideaway for a time. I don't know anything about illegal demonology studying in there.
Because isn't he the one that hasn't been there forever? They both used to go
because
there,
if
but
you-
Carmelina was there recently.
Yeah, if you look at like the logins and outs, he'd been there but not in a very long time. The time you used to spend with her?
A discussion for another time.
No, like right now. We need to talk about it right now. You dialed the number 833-2112-ES9116RD at midnight last night. That call was to a receiver attached to a lock on a crate which contained a killer demon that had been hidden in the council penthouse.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Just saying, if he wanted to do this and Carmelina saw him making a call, why didn't he just pretend like he was texting?
Yeah.
Unless that is a thing that people do not do.
This is also just one of the smokingest of all guns.
Yeah, but I mean, if you're making a call, it's very suspicious if you make a call and hang up. But if you just
Yeah.
look at your phone and you act like you're texting, you just type in a number and you push call, and then you maybe sit there for a second and then you exit it. It looks like you just sent a text. But this game is like it's kind of like 1990s aesthetic, so I
Vaporwave.
don't know if like that is something people ever do.
Yeah.
But I was gonna say, if I was gonna do this right now and I need to unleash a killer demon in front of you, Keith, I would pick up my phone and pretend like I was texting and unleash a killer demon, and you would not think I was making a phone call.
It'd be weird if they had cell phones but not texting.
I mean,
Because we took their phones to the tower, so like the towers, like the phones move. They're not like corded phones at locations.
you
but,
think that they'd have smartphones considering how hip everything is.
Yeah, but we've had no confirmation of texting so far. I don't think.
It doesn't really matter. I'm just saying, like,
Yeah.
you think you would like be a little bit more smooth about it, witness, but whatever.
Yeah.
Yes, you do. You unleashed that killer demon.
No, I didn't. Someone is trying to frame me.
Crime cannot
Bullocks.
Do.
Do you know anything about the third holy seal?
The holy seals are kept a secret on purpose.
It's alright. That's convenient also. Did you see the architect last night?
I don't know what to tell you other than what I have already said. She came to spend the evening with me here.
Like how it's always last night, even though it's been like weeks
Yeah.
now.
For us, it's been like 3 months, maybe. I don't even know.
Yeah, but like the sun sets and then it rises within the game. Like what constitutes tomorrow ever?
Oh yeah, it's a good point. There's a day-night cycle in this game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you want to know what she did before that, you need to ask her.
Is there anything else you can tell me about Henry's movements last night?
The monster's movements have been recorded by the Grand Marshal.
Well, it's questionable.
Yeah.
Doomjazz told me that you asked about overcoming Henry's inhibitors.
The end of an island is endlessly fascinating. A symphony of finales all hanging in the balance. Having a demonically possessed prisoner is a significant risk. I need to know everything there is to know.
So you weren't trying to find out how to overcome them to help Henry escape?
Don't be ridiculous. How would that help our holy mission?
I think that's most of what we got for today. But we need to talk to Akiko.
We do.
Because she is keeping secrets from us, as everyone does. Absolutely everyone.
May you fly with destroyed Eden.
And may you reach the moon.
Fly with destroyed
Don't let
Eden.
the atmosphere hit your ass on the way out.